Hi, welcome to my video blog. Today we're going to be talking about what it takes to buy a new home. I'm calling this Show Me the Money. Times have changed with respect to credit requirements for mortgages, but one rule still applies. The higher your credit score, the lower your monthly payments. It works like this. Below 660 or 680, you're either going to have to pay higher fees or a greater down payment. And nowadays, that is pretty much the cutoff score for getting a mortgage. Even though you may be a qualified borrower, a credit score in the 580 range will cost you, even though you could get that loan using FHA financing with a score of only 580. But just remember, the leading market is really looking for credit scores in the 640 to 660 range as a minimum. On a side note, a score of 700 to 720 will get you a much better deal, and 750 and above will garner the best rate on the market. So here are some ideas to make that happen. Pull your credit score report now. This will ensure that you are not being unfairly penalized for old, paid, or settled debts. Also, stop applying for new credit a year before you apply for financing, and be sure to keep it that way until after you close on your home. Ask the question, how much home can you afford? Well, if you're using FHA financing, your home payments cannot exceed 31% of your monthly income, and try not to push that percentage higher even if you can. You can work the details out with your lender, but remember, a safe formula is home expenses should not exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. Once you have the price range of your home figured out, shop the mortgage payment range for the amount, and don't forget to include the cost of taxes, insurance, and utilities. What about the down payment? This is typically between 3% and 20% of the home's price. The one exception is a veteran loan. That loan requires no down payment. Now for closing costs. A $200,000 mortgage will run between $2,300 and $4,000 depending on the location and the lender. If you are a first-time home buyer, look for a home buyer's assistance program. That could save you big money. Another tip, some sellers may agree to pay a portion of your closing cost. Building your savings. Look, lenders want to see that you are not living paycheck to paycheck. 3 to 5 months worth of mortgage payments in the bank should do the trick. The added savings will also help cover issues that may come up when you own your own home. Try setting aside 2.5% to 3% of your home's value annually. If you're buying a $250,000 home, aim to save between $520 to $625 per month. In the present seller's market, it is best to have everything in place before you walk through your first home. You don't want to miss out on that dream home. On a final note, this is most certain to be one of the biggest investments you'll ever make, so make sure you love the home. Thanks for joining me today. This is Wally Brazil with Cornerstone Real Estate, wishing you a happy week.